Hey everybody, this is Reg. I am the creator of Give Yourself Enough Credit. This coffee is on. Gotta love it. I am a credit coach. I got my shirt on. I'm ready to do this. Now let's fire up this information. I want to talk to you this morning about medical debt. Medical debt is very important and it affects a lot of people. In fact, it's the leading cause of bankruptcy, according to many financial sources. And unfortunately, you have a lot of people, they don't really know the impact that medical debt has on their lives and on their credit scores. So I just want to talk briefly about it. How medical bills can harm your credit. Now, basically, after you receive your services, a lot of people are insured, a lot of people are not. Of course, after the hospital stay or the procedure or whatever, the doctor or the medical facility, of course, they're going to send the bill to the person for any amount that's not covered by the insurance. So that's one of those things that they'll do. Just like any other bill, they'll send a due date. And if it's past due, they'll send a past due date and they'll send numerous notices. And usually it'll take several of those before they send it to a third-party collector. And so it's going to be one of those things. Now, when a debt collector receives your medical bill, usually one of the first things they're going to do is report it to one of the three credit agencies: TransUnion, Experian, and Equifax. A medical collection is considered a serious delinquency, and so it is considered very serious, and it's on there. And the reason why it's serious, it's reportable up to 7 years, but that's the maximum time that it can stay on there by law. Now, as we know, our credit score, it's used by creditors and lenders to basically determine the ability to get applications approved. It's our financial report card, okay? Basically. If you have a delinquency, that can affect your ability to do what you need to do. And a delinquency can drop your credit score a lot of points. So the more medical collections you have, the lower the score that you will have. This is what you need to do to protect your credit from medical bills. One of the easiest ways to keep your medical bills from impacting your score, and of course most people know, is to pay them when they receive them. And if you can't afford them, the best thing to do is immediately make arrangements with the hospital. And a lot of people don't know that that can be done, because medical bills can actually be negotiable. But a lot of times people do not know this until after the fact. Listen, even if you have health insurance, don't immediately assume that it's going to cover those bills in a timely manner. So I want you to know that one as well. And sometimes an insurance company can determine what they will and will not cover. So you may think that something that was done, simply because you're insured, that you're good to go, where in fact it could be something very, very different once the bill comes out. Some insurance companies will only cover like a portion of the medical bills. So you might think that your insurance may cover all of it, but it may only cover a portion of it depending on what it is. And this is even once you get that policy and know and get an idea of what's supposed to cover what, because sometimes rules change and they change every day. So a real advice on that would be to contact the hospital or the hospital's billing department to check the status of that account, because this could possibly save you a lot of trouble as well, especially if you've received any medical services within the past year. Basically, if you've had a major visit or a situation that prompted you or a family member on your coverage that took you to the hospital. Now, just because the medical bills may not be on your credit report, that doesn't necessarily mean that they don't exist. So by contacting your medical provider, you'll be absolutely sure that you don't have outstanding medical bills that could harm your credit. Now, we've talked about what to do to prevent it. But so let me share some things that you possibly can do once it's already occurred. Of course, if this is already on your credit report, you definitely want to dispute it. And here's why you want to dispute it. Now, the thing about disputes don't necessarily change that you have a debt if it belongs to you. What it does is that when it's placed on a credit report, it affects your buying and your purchasing power. It affects your ability to do what you need to do in the future. That's why this is important, to take actions to correct it once it occurs. Now, if you like what you heard today, go ahead and like. If you want to subscribe, go ahead and subscribe. And in the future, there will be more of these videos. I'm Reg Lyerly. I'm the credit coach. And this has been a talk about medical debt. Take care.